Oh, Stevie, snap. Okay, so we are back with the Power Vlogs. It's been a minute,
Real minute.
but season 4 started tonight.
Yes.
We just watched episode 401.
And we watched it on the Stars app because if you've been following the show, you know that you can catch the show technically a day early. If you download the Stars app, and Stars tweeted it too. So at 12:01, the show is available, but that's Eastern time. So we had it ready at 11:01 Saturday night. Back how it used to be when the show used to come on Saturday nights if you really was watching it when live when it first came out. But either way, season 4 just started back. Our boy Ghost really in the pen, and spoiler, he ain't get out.
And you know what?
And the title of the episode is called "When I Get Out."
But you know what? We watched what is that? The after
Yeah, after the show,
shows,
and then preview of the next episode, and they kind of dwell into this episode details.
And she was saying that they did that purposely.
Courtney Kemp is who we talking about by she, the writer, direct. She actually wrote this episode too, and yeah, writer created episode.
Sorry, my eyes are weird. But she was saying that they actually wrote it that way on purpose so that we could get our hopes up that he was gonna get out. And I mean, the judge
But to be honest, to me, the title saying "When I Get Out," I didn't think he was going to get out because it looked like
not about the title.
Yeah, every title of the seasons, some character says the actual title. So that's my thing, is not actually going for, is the title so directly connected to what's going to be the outcome, but I'm thinking who's going to verbally state this statement and when is it going to be stated. That's how I look at the titles of this show.
Right. So it starts out your boy.
That almost would have been too perfect if Ghost would have got out the first episode.
Yeah, they couldn't do us like that. So, but it starts out, he basically is putting all his belongings into the plastic bin to be
that rolling stuff.
And I mean, it's really showing how the dynamics getting ready to change, because even though Ghost always had, the street side, he always had the kind of bougie side too. Mm-hmm. So he could just be a little
everything bougie. Tailor made. Yeah. Probably the cufflinks.
And he would go from his jumpsuit back into his, custom made.
Because even at the detention, even at his bail hearing, you notice he didn't shave, and that was his first time looking kind of scruffy-ish looking.
But I don't know. I don't know why he had to look so fine going in jail. Maybe that was purposefully too, because his line had been a little off. His hairline had been a little off last season. Yeah, he was looking rough a little bit. But this time,
last season, you think he was looking rough?
Yes. And it was crisp. Then he had the just straight up black and white suit, bow tie on.
The way he was at that party, when he got arrested fresh as a bit.
I mean, if you gonna go out I used to say Cleo and set it off, but go out like Ghosts. Because
and the irony, like you said, they said this in episode 2 though, but it's just so crazy that Ghost is literally in jail for something that he didn't do. All the dirt this nigga done did. You know how many you know how many people he done murked within these 3 seasons? And all the drugs that's been sold, all the underhand business deals, and he literally, they had enough.
He had Kane himself put in jail.
And this nigga dog, I'm literally in this bit for something I didn't do. And even his lawyer, it's almost everybody treating the situation like this is so comical that he's in jail. So we just going to go to bail, we're going to take care of this shit. But boy, it is. It's open your eyes and just show you that, just think, Tasha probably got access to millions of still some drug money, but they no, this has to be clean. So it just show you that you just still fucked no matter what. Okay, yeah, the money is not an issue, but the money got to be a certain way, and it just show you just like it's some crazy shit that go with the game.
Okay. So
And do you think low key it's like, okay, a lot of black men have been portrayed. I'm talking about like real life. A lot of black men have been going to jail for like real innocent stuff. Even though they might have done some other stuff, they like really get caught for this one thing they didn't do. Do you think they kind of halfway trying to show like what a man goes through, even though he done did some wrong? Like this is like fucked up. You know what I'm
not
saying?
necessarily a man, but I think it's just that character.
Just that character, so he's not trying to make no
like,
statement.
No, they're not trying to do all that. Be that deep. I think they're just trying to say this time I really didn't do it, and now because he is in such solitude, really, he has to reflect on probably the things that he did do too.
Mm-hmm.
But he really was trying to like wash his hands of it, because you notice like it took a lot of work on Tommy's part to get the clean check for the bail, because it was like he's not in our business no more.
Mm-hmm. So why should we give a fuck about what Ghost going through, and we still got these drugs to deal? Like, and that's another thing. Like that was like, I don't think there's ever been so much pressure filled on all the main characters. And it's like, okay.
And Tasha. I ain't never felt so sorry for Tasha. I think the entire existence of this show.
And Tasha's friend Keisha is still living.
I thought Keisha was, I thought we was going to see Keisha's dead body somewhere in this episode, and then be in the end of that.
Right. So yeah, the fact that Keisha, but I mean, I guess one giveaway was Lala's name was like actually like as a main person in the beginning. So I thought that was cool.
It was kind of looking like her and Tommy was about to be freaky.
Cause I mean, but she did like kind of, it wasn't scandally, but it was kind of like like some I don't know. Like
you had seen her that naked before.
Yeah, it was like she had like a little nightgown, but it wasn't a grandma-ish nightgown at all. And it wasn't like she was trying to like, oh, Tommy. She was just like, I ain't going nowhere with my naked pussy and ass out.
But yeah,
cause I kind of thought, he was about to grab her, like, like, what up, baby? I was gonna take care of you. So like, I didn't know what kind of vibe was getting ready to happen, or what didn't happen already.
Yeah, I think something.
Because who knows? They might have had sex or something. He went to the store and came back, and maybe that's why she was so comfortable, because her vag just loose, from getting wore out from that jungle fever 30 minutes before.
Oh Lord,
ain't nothing wrong with that.
I think it's something's gonna become of that. Okay, so it started from the beginning. Okay, so he put all his, and it's just like all this bushy stuff he gotta take off. His fancy Rolex watch, and put his Cadillac keys in there. And then like as it's going, with the memories flashing. But the one that brought the fire that just made me feel for Tasha is when she was like, because this, you done brought into our lives, and she a cop. And it was like flashing those scenes when everybody was like basically warning him like, this is not good, bro.
And that's what, and you know what, by now I think you're like one of the 20th people in the world that haven't saw Get Out. But that's what really reminded me back to Get Out. The horror movie written, directed by my boy Jordan Peele from Key and Peele. But literally, the movie, his homeboy was telling him to get the fuck out the situation so many times before it even started. And of course, he was trying to help him after he didn't got fucked. But he was like, bruh, I told you this was horrible to begin with. So I think that was cool how they flashed back and everybody was telling Ghost like, bruh, don't fuck with Angie no more. She's the feds now. Y'all done had all this time separated. Y'all don't even know each other. This is just a fantasy. And all this shit really came back and bit Ghost right in the middle of his Abu Ghraib.
And you know what else too? And then Tasha was calling as he's putting the phone in there.
Calling about Tariq being kidnapped.
Yes.
which turned out to still bound you like you. I mean, I guess they just had to do whatever they had to do, but I didn't. I kind of didn't love how they kind of let it, how that part played out.
You wanted to be more of a story.
Yeah, it just seemed like they was just so quick to be like, well, all right, okay, he's in jail. If it is gonna be hard, let's just let him go. I don't know. I just thought that was a little too convenient. Like, okay, we quickly solved. I mean, literally, two of the biggest problems: Ghost in jail and Tariq is kidnapped. And now, like within 3 minutes, it's kind of solved like a motherfucker. And the little boy, and he still don't have no real wake up call behind. Like he's still trusting these dudes. And
I was hoping that some instincts from his dad would kind of kick in, like a little street smart. Because I'm like, you know, you trusting this dude Slim, aka Kanan, but how does he know that they call your daddy Ghost? Like, I think he should have caught that.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know.
And then I do think, like, okay, like with technology, they should, like, he need to see like who's these numbers go, like oh, when he said that he texted me and stuff like that, to me that would have been like, Tariq, let me see your phone, because he came up with that on the fly. So I think he should have been like, Tariq, let me see the phone. And like, you know, like with the iPhones, the pictures have sometimes they have the geographical location to tell you where the picture was sent.
Yeah, but sometimes I think that depends on the way somebody thinks.
I'm getting too technical.
No, but some people think well under pressure and some people don't. That's why Proctor was like, don't tell Ghost that Tariq is being kidnapped, because I need his head straight. I need him to be thinking. Mm-hmm. And if he's not thinking straight, I'm not gonna be able to get him out of jail. Mm-hmm. So I think it just depends on the way people was thinking, and I don't know if Tasha was really thinking that much into it, and especially not Tommy, because you know Tommy like uncle. I mean, he knows something of, but I don't think he's thinking that detail into it. Because unless you really, you know, in that mode, you may not be thinking in private eye.
Okay, we still gonna talk about it, but would you feel like so far the way this season is starting and everything, do you feel that it's, to me, because I don't know if I'm kind of being biased because I know everything that go on, but I almost feel like if nobody ever watched Power, they could just jump in right now at season 4.
I guess so.
Because it almost seemed like very, very new beginnings.
Yeah.
Because it's almost like some of the other stuff, the big stuff that happened, like literally, Sean getting murdered was a big deal, but now it's like nothing. You get what I'm saying? So I do think this is like a very good starting point. Because I know sometimes with shows, I be hearing, like Game of Thrones. Everybody loves Game of Thrones. I think season 6 is about to start or something, and 7 is going to be the last one. Either way, I heard it's real good, but I'm so far behind. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like just jumping in on shows. But if you haven't got on Power, I still think you could just jump in right now. Just still equally enjoy it so far, because the first episode.
But if you have the time, just watch all of it.
Yeah, just watch it. Everybody I tell about Power who never saw it before, binge watches the hell out of it and go ahead in all the stores. But yeah, but back to the show. Yeah, Tariq is just slipping, bro. But you know what else is hurtful? When that girl walked in, when the apartment got raided, and she said, "You told us you wanted us to live with you."
Raina.
Yeah. Because like now it's like Angie's like so like, okay, I want to be non-removed emotionally from this. This is just a job and something like this. But no, bitch.
It's not. But I like the way Tasha was biting back on her.
Right.
She was like, oh, yeah, we keep it in the safe. Because, you know, she was like,
are there any weapons?
When they came to do the search warrant. And so she, unlocked the safe or whatever. And then she was like, he was sleeping in here. And she was like, yeah, because I was afraid he would bring bed bugs from your place. And the people was like, stopping.
Yeah, the FBI was like, what the hell?
People was like, wait. But you know what I'm glad about? I
already
don't
know
know
you-
necessarily, because Angela's just the scum of the earth to me right now.
Mm-hmm.
Pure scum. Okay, because I feel like it's one of those things where it's like, if you want to play right by the book, Miss Fair Goody Two Shoes, play it all the way. Okay? Don't do it and be like, oh, I want to be FBI this day, or I want to be Mafia boss at the next. Right is right, wrong is wrong. But I feel like she should just have stepped away from this whole situation, been glad she still had a job, and transferred to wherever she was going to transfer to.
Oh, yeah.
And move to Florida or whatever she was going to do, because she didn't just piss me off. But either way, that's neither here nor there. So this new attorney, I don't know how to feel about him.
Oh, man, I love him. Proctor.
No, not Proctor. The guy that's gonna be taking
you talking
over
about
instead of her and her crew from the FBI.
I already don't like him.
But yeah, I don't know how I feel about him necessarily, but I think with him wanting to dig so much, because all of them like real petty. You notice that Greg was petty with his dad.
But let's just go ahead and just go ahead and address it. It seemed like everybody has some kind of, like those kind of big head FBI people have some kind of ulterior motive. Like old boy was so adamant about being on this drug dealing case at first because him and Lobos was, real tight or had some kind of connection.
And then Greg wanted to convict James so that he could kind of spite Angela for getting with James St. Patrick instead of him.
Right. So it's like now I'm wondering who this new guy, what's his angle gonna be? Because it's like he has.
They say he liked the fame, so.
Yeah, so maybe he just like a big, high profile chase lawyer. But then it's like another interesting thing, because this is gonna have to twinkle in when they went to like this older Caucasian inmate and basically want him to snitch on a bunch of stuff.
But you know what I think that's gonna come back to?
What?
Angela Boss.
And of course by now, Ghost did not murder Greg, and it was actually Angela's boss. And Angela Boss was getting ready to throw away the murder weapon in some kind of water or ocean or something.
So, do you have any overall impressions of the whole episode?
Overall, I think it was a good episode. It was a good, that's why I said, like, if you never watched Power, I really do believe this is like a cool introductory episode. Because I'm not going to say it wasn't bad. Now, I will say this. This is just like a little small tidbit. But I knew, it was going to be one of those, kind of storyline episodes. Because, when it tells you those warnings at the beginning of the show, it said adult content and stuff. When it didn't say nudity or violence, I'm like, okay.
But the first episode usually like opens a bunch of doors.
Yeah, so that's why I'm not gonna say bash it just because it wasn't no titties or no
it opened
ass or nobody getting.
It opened the door of what's going on with Keisha and Tommy.
Yeah.
I would say Tasha. Let's get names together. It opened the door. Oh, your boy, what's his name? Juan or something?
I always be forgetting his name.
But he was like down, but like he trying to get a girl on that used to be a prostitute.
Right.
At the bar, at the club, and I'm like, what's going on with that?
And I'm like,
and I can't.
Them girlfriends making them work in the club. We learned how that. They just and they didn't make no mention of her. I guess because she got killed. Was it the episode before the last one?
But like you said, that's why this would be a good season to start, because
all that don't matter. And I guess now this is another way to plug in another movie. It's almost kind of like in Moonlight. Like remember when old boy it's like you can't really dwell on it because you still got to go on about what be going on in the streets. You don't have time to grieve, so
But,
Tommy got to move them bricks.
but it opened the door because I kind of want to see what's gonna happen with Tommy and Keisha.
Yeah.
And then because you know Kanan ain't gonna be satisfied with their money. Oh, that's what I was going to say. I can't stand Dre, bruh. Why are you here?
And I guess to me, like, I know New York is big and everything, but to me, we on the second season and they don't know Kanan not dead.
It ain't no way I could do them like that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it ain't no way. Like, Dre is literally, like, putting both pinkies on the fence.
I'm just waiting for Tommy to
And I don't know, and did anybody, you didn't watch it, but is this nigga playing the same character from, it was a BET movie, but it was on Netflix first, called Deuces, which is basically Power Lights. Speaking of, Lorenz Tate was like the ghost in the ghost character in that movie Deuces, and you know he'd been announced and doing the press carpet, and they said he want to be a cop. So do you think that he's going to be part of the East crew? The new guy. He said I'm taking this case. So is Lorenz Tate going to come in that way, and now it's going to be Tasha's turn to be fucking with the police? Because she has went on record, been doing winning interviews and stuff like that, saying that, my love interest this season is going to be so good, and so it's like.
They definitely need some kind of love interest, because it's no love left.
I hope I'm wrong, because we can't have the head, the boss and the boss both fucking with the police on the side. So I don't know.
It's stressful. I feel sorry for Tasha right now because she was under a lot of stress. And like when she came in that door after they had just ransacked the place.
Ooh.
Ransacked.
Even Reese had to look bad.
Ransacked the place. Yeah, Reese. Reese like, what? You see that?
Yeah, Reese. Yeah, boy.
So they had ransacked the place and she, they thought he was gonna get house arrest. And the judge just like a switch, y'all. Like, what? She was like, house arrest would be appropriate. He's, not a flight risk. And then she was like, I'm denying bail. Everyone was like, what?
Yeah, she just went from.
She must have got hungry or caught a cramp or something.
And it was like, but we have to send a message that murdering, a federal agent is bad. But I'm like, but he didn't do it. This is the whole point, y'all. You can't be the judge now over the guilt or innocent.
But yeah, it was just, and then so Tasha just came in, and the house was just a mess. And I guess just as a woman, like, that's one of those things where, like, you just feel so accomplished, like, you could really rest and be at ease when your house is clean and your stuff together. But, like, literally and figuratively, her house is a mess right now. Her son is messing with freaking Kanan.
Right.
Her, daughter is in distress. The baby, we ain't seen her in 2 seasons.
Well, I think she might have been in the apartment that time all the kids spent the night that one time when Tariq got the gun. But
Okay,
still.
You keeping her now.
Right. She's like the little girl from Family Matters who went upstairs and never came back.
Yeah, went to clean her room.
Because this girl should be talking and walking or something by now. And we on the 4th damn season.
But either way,
And that's another thing. This might not have nothing to do with nothing. But I just love how much time has really elapsed.
Mm-hmm.
Because maybe we're talking about years with the season passed by, but maybe this could be just within 3 months of each other.
That's a lot of dead bodies.
Because I was trying to, I don't know if this go for anything, but it did say Sunday on the Rolex. So I was trying to see, like, okay, why does it say Sunday?
Either way, I was saying, as a woman, when your house is clean, you can really rest. And because everything that's going on, like they showed that disarray, with all of the, stuff everywhere from them searching the house, and then like, figuratively it's in disarray as well because it's a mess. Your husband in jail, all because his, dealings.
Yeah.
It's just a mess.
I mean, the husband in jail for something that he didn't do.
Kids about to be.
And then on another note, rest in peace to Charlie Murphy.
Dang, your boy Charlie in here playing the worst character.
And it's so funny because like when Charlie Murphy be doing like his impersonations and all this and of dirty people, and so that's just funny to see him actually like. And it's so funny because I just still can't take him being that person though. But
he acting his ass off.
Rest in peace though, because I think Power was like one of the last things he was filming, and they said he just came to work every day, and obviously you can look at this man and see that he was sick.
Yeah.
So rest in peace to Charlie Murphy. And but yeah, he doing his thing now. But yeah, he got it out for Ghost. Every time he be like, hey, cop killer, and bumping it to him.
It's still kind of funny when I hear him talk though.
Yeah. He said resistant. Oh no, he's resistant.
Yeah, really resistant.
That's why I was saying, like, you don't think it's no kind of political thing going on? Because why they keep messing with this man? I don't know.
What?
Nothing.
You said you kept saying
that. I kept saying, like, you don't think it's no political thing because it's like, Ghost really didn't do this, and when you in jail, they really F over you over things you've been accused of. You get what I'm trying to say?
I mean, I think it's just a part of it. It's breaking him down.
Yeah.
Because he think he all that. So.
Yeah, I mean, Ghost is just a prime example of, just going to show you what thinking with your dick could get you with. Because literally, man, he would have just never, I don't know. And you see, you was willing to throw it all away for this bitch that just really just believed that you a cold-blooded, murderer like this. Even though he is.
That was so hurtful.
But you know what? I'll take that back, though. Ghost not no cold-blooded murderer. Nah, because even he said, like, he might have did what... I think Ghost just only did what was best to make sure that his family was straight. Yeah, so I'm not gonna say. To me, cold-blooded is like that's when you just murder a stranger.
It's king.
Yeah, that's cold-blooded.
Your own son. Come on, bro.
Yeah, and like, can't nobody see that those tattoos was Kanan, or was he burnt that bad? Like, I don't know.
What tattoos?
Because he was like, okay, well, who's when it was like looking at the picture. The ransom picture when his hand was over.
Maybe she's gonna get a chance to think about it later. Since, it's not like Ghost's gonna be home. Any final thoughts, honey? I'm getting tired.
Yeah. Season 4 is gonna be interesting. I don't know where it's going, where it's headed.
Free Ghost.
Okay, how many episodes is Ghost gonna be in jail for?
Ghost's gonna get out the 3rd episode.
So they gonna make him suffer one more episode? I think they probably gonna keep him in there just a little while longer. You say I say 3rd episode too though.
It's gonna be the very end of the 3rd episode, maybe the 4th.
Cause
what's y'all prediction?
I'm interested to see how
he's gonna get out of jail.
How his mental gonna be, cause he didn't already been through the most now, but you really kind of go being in that clink. I mean, shit, you did it all now. So yeah, how many episodes? Yeah, let's take a bet on that. How many episodes is Ghost gonna be in jail for?
So that's our thoughts on episode 401.
Season 4 Power season 4 opener.
It was
definitely intrigued, ready for more. Free Ghost, rest in peace, Charlie Murphy.
Yeah, we're thinking about getting together a little panel, but it's gonna be kind of hard when we got training.
Right.
So I was trying to think about people who wouldn't mind coming over at midnight to watch something and then watch an hour-long show and discuss it for an hour.
Oh, that is gonna be
But I mean, we used to like watch it like Sunday mornings too. But we'll see what happens. Maybe the discussion part could be afterwards. Maybe it doesn't have to be always watching it together.
Right.
But we'll see what happens. That's just my ideal thing that I would want to do. I love group discussions.
So, thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe, and share.
Peace.